All right, what are we doing?
We are playing a game called Flesh and Blood.
Okay, what are we rolling?
Um, it's been a long time, so why not
No.
just a regular old high roll?
Okay. That's not particularly high.
It's
Oh.
very average, in fact.
Yeah. That was a 6. Number to be is a 6.
Well,
All right, well then we go again. Thought this was going to be the easy roll, did you? Ah!
I could have stopped it. Where'd it go?
I just roll another one. I'm keeping the 6 though.
It's disappeared.
I'll just roll another one.
Okay.
Wait, I'll do a real roll though.
I'm still curious, though.
Yeah, all right. Number to beat is a 12.
Wow.
Perfect.
Come on, doubles. Double sixes, specifically.
Double 6s specifically. Ah! Could have stopped it. Well, I would say re-roll that, but I guess it doesn't really
I'm
matter.
gonna roll it still. I got halfway there. I'm okay with that.
All right, but what we are doing
On the other
is
dice
we are
layer.
doing Halloween Flesh and Blood Commoner Special.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense that these are not what they appear to be. We
Yes.
have both built decks in which we are playing a hero, but that hero is trying to be a different class.
I think the easiest tell is probably my my
Yeah, your
boots.
Mage Master boots on Runeblade. Perhaps. Or my Snapdragon Scalers and Bone Basher choice with Levia.
Right. I mean, at the very least, those just seem odd. But that seems completely out of place.
So yeah, we'll discuss exactly what our decks are trying to be at the end, and we'll let you try and figure out through the game what we're trying to be. But just to give an example, like a warrior that had all 6+ power attacks would be like, Dorinthia that's trying to be a brute, and that's the kind of idea we're doing here. Is that, for example, my brute deck has no 6 power or higher attacks in it, absolutely not a single one. So Levia will at no point turn Blood Debt off. And James's deck is not your typical Runeblade deck.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's our Halloween special.
Do we also want to point out the fact that we almost made the exact same deck?
We did almost make the exact same deck. That was pretty funny. And then you gave up on Levia,
on it.
and that was great because I had already built Levia at that point. All right, I am going to go first,
Okay.
I think that's what we're going to do. Even though I almost always pick the opposite, so if I lose, that'll be why.
I still can't believe that we literally said, there's no way we're making the same deck.
Oh, okay. I see. This has, well, yeah, so I can control that, essentially. Okay. All right, I have a plan. And it's going to start with playing a Lead the Charge so that the next card with cost 1 or greater gains an action point. And then I'm going to pitch Spew Shadow for 3, all very Levia cards. And I'm going to play Swing Fist Think Later to swing for 4 with Go Again, and I have to discard a card. So there goes my Unworldly Bellow. 4 coming at you.
Now,
1 action point left.
Looking at this hand, I'm realizing that we forgot to take something into consideration that we always forget to.
What? What do we forget to consider?
Things that block for 2.
Oh, do you have a lot of block too? Mm-hmm. Well, that's just a Runeblade lifestyle,
Is it, though? I guess it is, since that's the issue I have with my...
Yep, your chain deck.
Yeah.
It's okay, I'm sure it won't be that relevant this time around. It's only 4 damage coming at you. And I have no cards left. So, ignore the fact that I have 1 floating action point, 2 floating resources, and my weapon costs exactly 2. I'm sure that's purely coincidental. And I have no Blood Debt cards in my Vanish Zone yet. So We're doing good. But it's okay, you know, since there's no 6-power attacks, because I'm not Brute Levia, naturally that also means I didn't put any Blood Debt cards in my deck. Because
of course, right.
I can't turn off Blood Debt, so it would be crazy to put any Blood Debt cards in my deck.
Yeah,
and I'm
absolutely.
sure the Spew Shadow is just coincidental. I haven't shown any Blood Debt cards yet.
It's because you don't have any.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
See? It's just that Unworldly Bellow would banish things, and then I wanted to Spew Shadow them back. You know, block all 4 of it?
Mm.
Wow, rude. I'm going to use my remaining 2 to Bone Basher you for another 4.
Mm-hmm.
Double block. You get to draw up.
I do.
My Cold Foil Bone Basher, because I definitely wanted to Cold Foil bling out my Halloween deck, and not because Bone Basher only exists in Cold Foil. So far, this deck working as intended. What did you block with? Oh, Suckless Research Notes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do I waste these for a block? You know, I'm always way too defensive, aren't I? This is a thing we've discussed before.
We have. Although you do draw up at the end of this turn.
It is true. But it also means these cards are gone.
That's
gone
true.
Forever. I can't remember if I... Okay, I do have ways to get them back, actually. So you know what?
Block? Alright, yeah. Block 4?
Why not?
Alright, no damage?
No damage.
That's the turn.
And we draw it. Just unfortunate there's 2 red notes in there.
Alright. Oh, was that all your... Oh, that's tragic.
Yeah.
This hand also tragic. Oh, this hand does have some problems.
So does this one.
This hand has a lot of problems. Oh no. Oh, this hand is terrible. This hand is actually very, very bad. Oh no. Wait. What can we do? Wait, hang on. We can do the fun stuff with this hand. Never mind. I have plans. That. Okay, so that can do this. Okay. And these are the least likely to be used. Oh, and you don't have any Battleborn equipment. That is rude. Because the chess piece would be difficult to use. Alright, what you got?
Alright, we'll start off with... Let me actually read this. Right, okay. No, that doesn't really apply. Okay, alright. Ooh, okay. I keep forgetting about how this deck works and how these cards actually work. Because they're not being used as intended.
Yeah, that's true. Got some fusing going on over there?
Maybe. You don't know. Well, anyway. Amulet of Lightning.
That is the opposite of fusing. It's playing the card that you would use to fuse.
Yep. But does it really matter? That's the real question.
Such a silly deck. He's looking at the boots.
Actually, I'm looking at everything. Okay, none of these apply. I will pitch an Electrify.
Pitch for 3. Mm-hmm. All right. Inspire Lightning, red. Okay.
Uh-huh. gonna fuse it.
Fuse it with Electrify. As it turns out, I have no arcane barriers, so I'm going to take that 3.
All right. And I will
Arsenal a card. Yeah, funny how that works. All right.
That's it.
You still have the amulet.
Oh, yeah.
It stays around.
I was picking up the wrong.
Unless you wanted to crack it there, but,
It's too close to my...
You could, in theory, crack
graveyard.
it to give target action card go again. You could have given it go again and swung with the sword. You have the resources.
Sure.
Okay. I don't know why I'm plotting my own demise here. Actually, I think I'll probably block that then. Not give you a Rune Blade, but
okay.
a Rune Chant.
Rune Chant.
We'll block with a red Spew Shadows.
Okay. So I have played a non-attack action card this turn.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it just requires you to play a non-attack action
yes,
card?
Yes, that's why I went with Nebula Blade instead. So I'll let you think about that more. Yeah, quid pro quo.
I'll block with 2 red Spew Shadows.
All right, so that's a full black.
Yes, yep.
And that's the end of my turn.
Well, there goes all my red Spew Shadows.
All right.
Mission accomplished, though. You read Inspired Lightning with a fusion. That's. I feel like, the goal was accomplished. And I am going to get to do my fun thing. I'm going to pitch a Razor Reflex for 3. And I'm going to crack Ebonfold. Which I could have used the Spell Void to stop some of that Inspired Lightning. But that is for cowards. I'm going to destroy Ebonfold and banish a card from my hand. Which I'm going to banish Void Wraith. Which is a shadow card, so I get to draw a card.
Okay.
And with my remaining 2, I'm going to play Void Wraith for 5 damage. Coming at you. Get that Blood Depth card right back out of my banish zone.
Yep. My gosh, I really don't think I shuffled this well.
All your red Inspire Lightnings. That actually might be good for you, because now after using Ebonfold, I literally cannot block arcane damage. This really is some artwork on Void Wraith. I love the flavor text. Do you ever think that someone looks down on us, their creations, and regrets the choices they made?
Okay, so these specifically don't matter.
It's only 5 damage.
It is only 5 damage. I am actually thinking that.
The funny part is I'd only be ahead by 2.
This is such a horrible hand.
That's what I was dealing with my 2 Spew Shadows that were red, a Razor Reflex, and a 2 cost attack that I can't use Razor Reflex on. Keeping in mind that the only other thing that Razor Reflex can pump is swords and daggers, of which the Brute has none of those.
So you have 1 in hand.
1 in hand. No floating.
No floating, but you could...
And nothing has go again.
No again, okay.
And Snapdragon Scalers does not work on that.
Okay.
So, 5 damage coming at you. I'm not going to tell you that that's my only play, but seems highly likely that is my only play.
You could have a 0-cost instant in your hand.
I could.
Ooh.
And there may actually be some in this deck too, but they also might not be very good for me to play in a situation like this.
Okay, so all of these cards are fine except when they're together.
All of these cards are fine except when they're together. It's just 5 damage. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, I forgot to read the fine print on this card.
Is it Arcanic Shockwave and you didn't realize you had to fuse it?
No, no. But you do make a good point. Keeping stuff to fuse is a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, that is probably true. You are getting a lot of your lightning cards, which is slightly concerning for the rest of the game for you.
Which is why I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, it could also be a pump spell.
It could be, although it would have to be like a pummel.
Yep.
Because it would have to be something I can do at reaction speed.
Mm.
I honestly do not know if there's any pummels in this deck. I cannot remember.
And those cost
2.
so you wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
do
that's
it.
true. Yep. Lunging press. Could be a lunging press.
Yeah,
that would give it
boost
plus
it to
1.
6.
Yeah. Boom.
Which would mean I'd have to use 3 of the cards in my hand to block.
Well, if you block 2, we're even.
Sure.
Bramblespark?
Bramblespark.
Alright, take the 3 down to 17. Alright, Arsenal card on my turn. Okay, concerning. So, that's actually not that concerning. Okay.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is pitch and electrify.
Okay.
Then,
It's not a bad idea. Get a lightning card to the bottom of your deck.
then
Spread them out a bit.
play Blood Spill.
Invocation. Okay.
That's the fine print I was talking about.
Oh, yes, where you have to hit me.
No, if I'm hit.
Oh, then it breaks. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is why I recommended, cutting a few of them. Partially, it's risky.
Then I'll play Electrify.
Electrify. Okay.
And the reason
So if
why
it
I'm
hits, it'll
doing
do
that
3. You draw a card.
is so I can draw a card.
Okay. Yep.
Because it's currently not targeting anything.
Yeah, but if you play an attack action card, was that an attack action card?
It could have been.
This is where I'm going to have to block heavy. Oh, that's a problem I did not realize I was having.
All right,
We
next
cannot get rid of that. Okay.
is a Bramblespark.
Okay. Yo. 1. No, that costs 0. So yeah, 1 remaining. One
remaining. Which
Lightning Surge.
doesn't
Okay.
matter.
So Lightning Surge. And this is hits. So it has to hit to do 3.
Oh, I could have used bracers. I
Oh,
believe.
man. So you could have.
I could have.
If you want to retcon it, I'll allow it.
I don't think it's worth it.
Okay.
I mean, maybe, but
So it's 4 with 1 arcane damage, and if it hits, you'll do 3 plus make 3 rune chance. Okay. Nothing over there pumps. So I hate to lose my ghostly visit. I'm gonna block 4.
does this trigger this automatically?
I think this says hit, right? Yeah, you have to hit.
But
so that
this-
deals damage, I think.
When you attack, it deals.
So this just deals arcane damage. So this doesn't come from that. This just says when you attack, it deals 1 arcane.
The next attack action card gains when you attack
Oh.
with this.
Yeah, but
Yep.
it doesn't count as hitting. Hitting is different from deal damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Hit is
that's
just
right.
the
That's right.
full attack thing. So I'm gonna block 4, 3 with ghostly visit and 1 off the bark bone strapping,
Okay.
and then I will take the 1 arcane. But I think that's very bad for me if I let that connect. As much as I don't want to punish the blood spill invocation because that card never gets played,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can let you hit me and make 3 rune chance and deal 3 damage to me.
Maybe I should have used bracers of belief.
Maybe that may have forced me to block more.
That's fine.
Okay, so that it?
Yep. That's
All
it.
right.
I mean, it's nothing I can really do. Well, actually, no, because I don't have go again.
Yes. Okay. Well, sure. End of your turn, right before you draw up those 4 cards.
Okay.
I'm going to Blood Tribute to opt 2 and then banish the top card of my deck. I think that's okay to keep. I'm going to put that on top, and I'm going to banish a Ghostly Visit off the top of my deck. Perfect. It's all part of the plan. All right. Now what? My turn?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to pitch a Spew Shadows for 3.
Oh, wait. Did, this didn't trigger, did it? The blood spell.
No, it's still in play until I hit you. Or you hit me. Someone gets hit, and then that changes. I'm going to pitch Spew Shadows for 3, and I'm going to Ghostly Visit. Swing him for 3. Two float.
Mm-hmm. I really should have shuffled this deck better. Although at the very least, this seems more normal.
It seems more usable. Not a bunch of things that benefit from attacks hitting and no attacks. Mm-hmm. I figured out what was wrong with that hand. Bailed out by an Electrify, though. Your arsenal.
So it's a good thing I had that in the arsenal. That was 2 turns that I had hands like that. That's why I'm saying...
That's funny.
Needed to be shuffled better. Alright, so you're swinging for 3.
3. Doesn't have go again. 2 floating. 1 card in hand, 1 in arsenal. Snapdragon Scalers could be used on Ghostly Visit.
And that's reaction, right?
Yes.
Snapdragon.
Yep. Block 3? Wow, rude. I'm going to use one of the remaining, and I'm going to play Razor Reflex to give it +3, and if it hits, it gains go again.
Alright.
Take the 3, and blows up Blood Spell Invocation.
You're dead.
And then I'm going to crack Barkbone Strapping. So I roll a d6, and I gain resources equal to the number rolled, rounded down.
So 5.
2. So then, halved, rounded down, I should say.
Yep.
Yeah. So 2. So now I have 3 floating, which is more than I had in mind. But that's fine. Void Wraith swinging for 5.
And I'm currently down.
That's okay. I'll just drop you to 9. There's still plenty of health. 9's so much health. That's over half of Cano's health pool.
Would feel bad.
Would a little bit. I have not taken any points of blood debt damage yet. Deck working as intended. I've had 2 blood debt cards go into my Banished Zone, but they did not stay there. Block 2, take 3. Down to 11. Alright, here we go. When you're surprised by a card that you put there.
Alright, so I'm going to play Arcanic Sharkwave.
Okay.
And I'm going to fuse it.
With Electrify? Okay, yep. I feel like I've seen this move before.
Oh, crap. I did it wrong.
What? Oh, are you doing something different?
Yeah.
Oh, are you doing bracers?
Yep, that's what I want to do.
So you're going to crack the bracers?
Yep, I'm going to crack the bracers. Reveal top card, right?
Reveal top card, yep. Blue.
Yellow.
Yellow, okay, so +1.
Okay, +1 to an Arcanic Shockwave that's
fused with that. Okay, so it's 5 with arcane damage too. 6 total?
Just 6. You're ahead by 6.
Block 2, take 4.
Okay.
Down to 12.
And I'm going to Arsenal card.
Okay.
Whichever card was in my hand.
Nobody knows.
This stays revealed, right?
Well, you're going to draw it now,
True, that
so
is
it doesn't
true.
really matter. Okay, well, I'm going to pitch a Blood Tribute for 3, and I'm going to play Boneyard Marauder, banishing 3 random cards from my graveyard.
So that's 4 damage.
How do you do banish random cards when you have equipment in there that have unique sleeves? How
That
do
is
you
true.
do that?
I guess you don't have random sleeves.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, God. Alright, well, pick 3 cards for you to banish. Do you want me to banish the equipment? That's the question.
It's not random if I know what they are, so I guess I...
Well, you don't know what exactly they are.
True. But I like this card.
Okay.
Was it 3?
3.
This one's coming too.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. All blood debt.
No, just one.
Ghostly Visit, Unworldly Bellow, lead the charge. Okay.
It's... Even though it's Blood Dead, it's one that can be played from the Banished Zone.
It is.
Okay, so there's 4 coming at me.
4 coming at you.
I will block 3 of it.
3 of it. Okay. And I have spent currently 1, so I have 2 resources floating. So... Oh, that's alright. Block 4 of it. Hopefully you don't have a defense reaction. Razor Reflex. Give it +1, and if it hits, go again. 1 resource floating. So 5 coming at you.
Yep.
Take the 2.
Yep.
Go to 9. And let's play that Ghostly Visit. Yeah, 3 coming at you. Out of resources. No cards in hand.
Going down to a 6 is a dangerous number. Although
Come on.
your deck, I don't think has any 6s, right?
No, it has no 6 power attacks.
But
not a single one.
you might have some
I'd be able to pump something to a 6.
Yes.
How many Razor Reflexes have we seen? We've seen a blue.
2.
We've seen... I have pitched some too. We've seen a red and a blue go into the graveyard. So presumably there's another red and a blue somewhere in that deck.
Mm-hmm.
I do have Stubby Hammers too, but I have not used it yet.
It's
Would have pumped
dangerous.
a Visit, I guess. Yeah, and I have a Dominate attack too. Overload that I just blocked with last turn. The 3 power Dominate attack. Man, I had to find my Go Again attack somewhere. Not a lot of me playing non-attack actions yet, but I have done a lot of multi-attack turns and playing things from my Banish Zone.
Okay, so you're...
No resources, no cards.
Okay.
No Blood Debt and Banish Zone playable cards.
I will take it.
Take the 3?
Yes.
Down to 6? Alright, here we go. Tuck that.
Shit. I'm realizing now that I could have done it differently. Oh well.
I will take your word for it.
I could have, instead of doing this, instead of pitching a Rites of Replenishment, I could have just used my Blossom of Spring. And I could have used this to block instead.
Oh, blocked with that instead of something else?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Kept the Veil Flash, blocked with Rites, or blocked with both Rites and Veil Flash, and then used the Tunic. Oh, okay. Electrify, okay. Draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Does that spell my untimely demise?
Okay.
Can I do both?
I'm going to break my Blossom of Spring.
Okay. Anyways, alright.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Then I'm
one.
going to break my Mage Master boots,
Okay, yeah. Give the next non-attack action card go again. Yep.
which is a Read the Runes.
Okay, yep. Make a rune chant.
Mm-hmm.
It's working.
It's just one, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's just one
Okay,
for the
so-
blue one.
Then I got to use the rune chant. Woo!
Ooh.
I am now an official wizard.
No spoilers on what the deck has been trying to be, though.
Oh shit! You didn't hear that. You can.
I feel like it's probably pretty apparent by this point in the game what both of us are trying to do.
You can decide whether or not you want to edit that out. Or not. You could bleep me. Then I'm going to pitch a Inspired Lightning.
Oh, you lose your wizard cred right there.
Yep, this is where I lose
floating.
it. To play Rights
Right, so replication. Okay, so that's 6. And because... which causes the rune chant to pop, which then dealing the damage to me allows you to put the non-attack action card.
Yep, plus 3 from this.
If it hits.
Oh, right, if it hits.
Which it's looking pretty likely. How much would that be? So rune chant would be 1. That'd be 3. That'd be... Okay. Block 3. Take 3, 3, 6, 7. Take 7.
I don't like that you took that much.
I don't know that that was right, but I'm going to do that.
Okay, so this pops.
Down to 5.
Then, that doesn't go there. Then I get to return something back,
Yeah,
right?
non-attack action card you can put on the bottom of your deck. You did meet the condition for it.
Okay.
Which was dealing arcane damage, which
Yep.
the rune chant I can't block is going to meet that.
Now what non-attack?
Because it's when it hits, right? So the rune chant blows up before then. Oh, when you attack. Wait a minute. When you attack.
Oh, so I got it anyways?
I think you could layer it in a way that the rune chant would happen first. So I think you could put a non-attack action card on the bottom of your deck. Because it's when you attack, but if you put this, like, rune chant also pops when you attack. So if the rune chant happens before this happens, which I think you are in control of that. So yes, I think you get to put the non-attack action card on the bottom.
Sure.
I probably should not have taken all that damage, but
Nope.
here we are. It's also on the bottom of your deck, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be a hot minute before you see it. But
Okay, so that's the end of my turn.
I don't think either of us live long enough for you to reach the bottom of that deck.
Oh,
But
it also...
it would happen before that gets yes.
Okay. Now let's see if you can kill me.
Unlikely, I feel, but
You might be surprised.
I'm gonna pitch a Void Wraith for 3, and I'm gonna play Swing Fist Think later, discarding a Razor Reflex. 4 coming at you with Go Again. 2 floating, no cards in hand. This seems very familiar from perhaps the first turn of the game.
Yep.
Ugh. Well, there goes my red Razor Reflex, though, so that's both reds down. Man, I have so many cards in my graveyard. So yeah, I did not need the Ravenous Meat Axe. Bone Basher, definitely the correct play. We've gotten to see most of the coolness that this deck can do. The funny part is, it's not quite as good as Chain at this, but it almost gets to play as much from its Banish Zone. Because while I can't put as much into my Banish Zone, I can put stuff in there, play them, have them go to the graveyard, then bring them back from the graveyard to the Banish Zone to play them again.
That's what my original Levia deck was supposed to be like.
The problem is I'm not finding the non-attack action cards, which is that's my cardinal sin, I guess, of my deck building here, is that I have a lot of attack reactions and instances we've seen so far, but most of my non-attack actions have not been used for that. Block 4, Bone Basher for 4. Come on, it's only 4. You've got 6. Are you gonna Nebula Blade me for 1? Blood Purification seems reasonable. Take the 2. Down to 4. Alright, that is my turn.
All right, and on.
We've seen a lot of my non-attack action cards. They just have not been played. They've all been blocked or discarded.
Yeah.
Tragically.
I drew all mine in my first 2 turns.
Sick.
Pretty much. And my turn will be Lightning Surge.
For 4?
Yep.
Drop me to 1.
Mm-hmm.
No resources floating.
No resources floating.
I'll take it. Down to 1.
And this is where I'm like a true mage, and I will hit you for 1 arcane damage on your turn.
Okay. Okay, this is the plan, right? Yes, this is the plan. Okay, I'm going to crack Stubby Hammers, so everything with base power 3 or more will gain go again. Oh, there's a problem. Oh, we have a serious problem with what we had in mind.
I like you having serious problems.
Okay, never mind. This is fine. We're good. We're good.
I don't like that.
Okay. I'm going to... And that's with base power. Okay. Pitch Unworldly Bellow for 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play Unworldly Bellow. So add as additional cost, banish 3 random cards from my graveyard, and the next Brute or Shadow attack action card I play this turn gains +3. Just shuffle these cards up unless you're about to pick all 3 equipment. I would roll a dice for it, but last I counted it was over 12, so that gets sketchy. What 3 cards am I banishing?
Let's make it really random. I'll close my eyes. We'll pick this one.
Okay.
And I really hope you're not
That
moving your hand.
Oh, I moved it closer to you.
Okay. This one.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
You're very close to the equipment on one of them.
Dang. I was going for it.
Yeah, well, you definitely wanted me to banish the equipment there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You got 2 blood debt cards in there now.
Oh, those are not the blood debt cards we wanted either.
Nope.
Okay.
So, I mean...
Those are the blood debt cards.
I think it turned out okay.
That I have. Okay.
When do those activate?
At the end of my turn.
So you basically have to kill me this turn, right?
I do, or I have to find a way to play both Void Wraiths. So you have to die, or I have to play both Void Wraiths. Well, that does make things easier on me for decision making. So we don't play the Swing Fist Think Later, which also means that our Stubby Hammers does nothing, and there was no point in cracking it.
Yes.
I'm gonna play a Ghostly Visit, swing for 4 +3.
Okay.
So that's 7. I wanted you to banish a Ghostly Visit, not a Void Wraith, and not 2 Void Wraiths. So 1 floating.
Those can be played or can't be played?
They can. Void Wraith and Ghostly Visit can just be played from your vanish zone.
Okay.
No requirements necessary.
But they cost
2.
2.
Which also means they can't be Snapdragon scalered. So 1 card in hand, 1 resource floating, 7 coming at you.
It could be a blue.
Can you survive this turn?
Okay, so that's 7. Those hit for 4?
5.
5.
The reds.
7, right?
7. 4 +3. Off Unworldly Bellow.
7.
Block 7.
Mm-hmm.
Crack Snapdragon Scalers to give it go again.
Okay.
Pitch Swing Fist Think Later for 3. Void Wraith for 5. Coming at you. Block 2. Take 3. Down to 1.
Mm-hmm.
And my turn, and not even on Halloween could Levia win.
It's unfortunate because I had that.
That's funny. Although, again, just by not dying, you win.
Yeah.
Because there is no way for Levia to one power away from turning off Blood Debt.
I feel like this was a good match between Levia and Briar.
It was, yeah. I mean, this is as close as Levia could hope for this match to be. And at least I got to end the last turn on me playing non-attack action, and then another attack. So
You also prevented me from hitting you with this.
or you could. Oh wait, you can't fuse the Inspire Lightning. You couldn't have
No.
done that. But yeah, so we have Shadow Runeblade Levia versus Lightning Wizard Briar, I guess. Lightning Wizard.
Oh, you're a wizard.
But to be fair, you actually did you did a lot of damage through arcane and non-specified damage that I think Electrify is.
I think I only hit you with one big attack.
Yeah, I think you hit me for 3 off of Rite of Replenishment. And then
But it was swinging
4
for
or
9.
5 off a Lightning Surge, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was swinging for 6, and then plus 3 if it
Yeah.
hits. So yeah, you did somewhere between 7 to 8 points of physical damage and 12 of arcane or non-specified. So
I think that
I think that counts.
That counts. Yeah.
I think Wizard Briar worked. Shadow Runeblade Levia did its thing. I'm proud of that. Kind of like a Shadow Runeblade, my deck is getting pretty light, and my banish pile even got up to 4.
Yep.
My graveyard was extensive. But yeah, one of the coolest parts of building Shadow Runeblade Levia was getting to use things like Swing Fist Think Later, that's just a bad brute card, because the red version swings for 4, which means it doesn't do 6 matters. And then getting to do all these Unworldly Bellows that are actually good because they banish stuff that I can then play. And then Blood Tribute, which we never use.
See, I think when I was originally building it, I also included 6 power attacks because I was just like,
Yep.
I don't know.
I kept to the theme. No
Yep.
6 power attacks, not allowed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Bone Basher was the right choice over Meat Axe because I did not have any trouble having enough
Yeah.
discarded cards. So because Swing Fist Think Later itself helps fill it, as well as just blocking and playing cards.
I'm in solace that I can know that the deck that I gave up on still
Yeah, it
was
got
made.
represented.
Yep.
It just did not.
Also,
It did not quite get there, but it was close. It was a close, good game.
It would have been interesting though to see a mirror match between.
It would have been
Runeblade
interesting.
Levias.
We were so close to that. I was trying not to when you were deciding what deck to do. I was trying not to guide you in any way that I kind of wanted to see something different, but at the same time I was like, if you did end up sticking with a Levy, I was like, well, it'd be interesting to see how you build it versus how I did.
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely very religious about my no 6 cost or 6 power attacks. I don't think there's anything too crazy that we missed that I had in the deck. There's plenty of Spew Shadows, probably more than I needed.
Right. Spew Shadows.
But the idea was it would help to get things like Swing Fist, Think Later out and stuff like that. I had Lead the Charges, obviously. What other non-attack actions do I have?
I really never practically got
we
to
saw
use
basically
my
everything.
rune chance.
Well, you got one.
I got
You
one.
created one, and
Yep.
it went. Yeah, well, Bloodspill Invocation is
That's
kind of
what
hard.
I put back in my deck was the
It's like those
research
note.
notes. Yeah.
I would have loved to see you play that just because I was sad to see that you had to block with both, just because it's such a weird card that in any other world would be bad. But here it's like, I mean, it looks at 3 cards. You know, you have 8 to 10 Runeblade attack actions. It's possible.
Technically, I didn't have to block with it. I could have taken damage at the beginning. However,
Although I think it mattered. I think it mattered.
It did matter in the end.
You needed at least 1 card that could block for more than 2 to live through that turn.
Which
You
I
had
did.
the exact number necessary to block because
Yep.
of Arcanic Crackle.
I was looking at my hand. I'm like, I think I'm gonna die, and then I realized Arcane Crackle.
Yep.
I wasn't considering it because I was originally thinking
That's what you need to keep.
I needed to kill you with that.
Yeah. But block
And then
with
I saw
everything. Yep.
I was like, I might be able to live.
I knew I had 12 points of damage and that you had to block at least 9. Because if you blocked 8, I had exactly.
Also, I still can't believe that I got 2 of the Void Wraiths.
You see, what I was hoping you were going to do is you're going to hit a Ghostly Visit. Because then there was like a world in which I could
Just
try to go like
Yeah.
Ghostly Visit, crazy. But the idea was I wanted to swing fist, ghostly visit something else, but then I realized I was like, oh, but this is going to make me discard a card, so that's not really going to work. So my hope was to like swing fist, get the boost off stubby hammers, and then you banish like the ghostly visit that deals less than 3, so that gets boosted off stubby hammers. But instead you hit double Void Wraith, and you put a gun to my head and said, kill me this turn or die. And so then it was like, alright, well... Which... I don't think there was a world in which I could have done better. Like, if I did this... If I pitched this and kept this, even with double Unworldly Bellows, that would have been less damage, in fact. So, yeah. Blood Debt hurts. Although I only took 1 point of Blood Debt this entire game. No way to turn off Blood Debt from Levia, but still only took 1 point, despite all the Blood Debt cards that went into the banish zone.
Very surprising.
Yeah. Can I say? Shadow Runeblade, dog. It's just an extra hand. That's just an extra hand.
It's kind of why I wanted to go in that direction, but
well,
didn't quite get there.
So this is the part in which I have to tell you I was inspired to do this Halloween episode of us trying to be different classes by our talent episode, in which we discussed in highly rated Shadow. And because the logic was, if you make a Shadow hero, no matter what else that hero does, the Shadow cards were good by themselves. And I was like, oh, I could build Shadow Levia, where I just play the good Shadow cards and try to do Shadow things.
Okay.
Like, I never thought about playing Levia and trying to play things from your banish zone.
That might be where I went wrong, because I kind of went the other way around.
Yeah. That's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to do Shadow Levia that plays from the banish zone. I'm like, okay, well, that's not a class, so I've got to make it Shadow Runeblade Levia. And so part of the problem was I was trying to get the balance right with non-attack actions. I was trying to get it close to like what a normal Runeblade would be. But the problem is, since I have I wanted to use Ghostly Visits and Void Wraiths, all of which don't have Go Again, I don't have a lot of ways to get Go Again, so I had to have non-attack actions or non-attack action cards like Razor Reflex to give Go Again. And then I wanted Blood Tribute because that was kind of the point. But I was like, all right, I have too many instants and reactions here. I need some amount of non-attack actions. So that's why I have the Unworldly Bellow is just a really good fit there. But I have the Spew Shadows. I probably did too many Spew Shadows because most of my attacks could be played anyways. So I think the idea was just it was a pump spell, but I would be better off with Warmongers or Come to Fight.
Were you able to use the Spew Shadows?
No point here. No. I did. I blocked with a lot of them, and I pitched a couple.
It's really unfortunate because I
don't
feel
block well either.
when I had my Levia deck with Spew Shadows in it, that's pretty much how it went.
Yeah, I kind of I went too much into playing the Shadow cards that don't get used. That was too much of the idea, and I should have focused a little bit more on still making it a good deck.
I still like the Spew Shadows cycle.
Yeah.
The way it works. There's
it's
probably
just not quite good enough.
Yeah, there's probably a way to make it better, but
make it cost 1 instead of 2. Then it would be too broken.
Well, no, I mean have another card that would balance it out.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I have no idea what it is though, or
you
what
use it on something
be?
that would that normally can't be played from the banish zone, but does something extra if it is played from the banish zone. And then you just banish it and then Spewing Shadows it. But yeah, I think overall it was a cool deck, and I like that both of our decks worked. That's what I really like. I like that you got to Inspire Lightning, because that was the big idea was when we were discussing this, that really Briar is the only hero that is not a wizard that could pretend to be a wizard, because Briar has access to Inspire Lightning. Because not only is it a Lightning Fusion, it is a Runeblade card, meaning that Lexi does not get it. So that was the only one who could do it. And then we did find a decent number of other things that, even though that's the only direct spell damage thing, I think it feels like a wizard, because we had the balance the same as Battle Mage Kano. And then, you had all the Read the Runes, which are just so brutal, because it just ends your turn, usually. And you did exactly, that was what the dream Mage Master boots to play Read the Runes and still do something.
I drew that, or I drew something. I forget what it was, and I just realized, I think it might have been the read the room. I
Yeah.
was just like, wait, I can do this, to do that, to do that, and then do this.
And we broke almost all of our equipment. You just didn't get a chance to break your hat.
Yeah.
And was it worth breaking my helmet for the cool play rather than using the spell void as my only way to protect against arcane? Maybe not, but you know.
It's probably also
cool.
a good thing that I didn't break this to instead of using the rights of replenishment to
Oh yeah.
to pitch, because then I wouldn't have been able to do that. Because originally I was gonna play that rights of replenishment, I think.
Oh okay. You swing for the 6.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was Lightning Wizard Briar and Shadow Runeblade Levia. So I hope everyone enjoyed the Halloween special, so to speak.
Yes.
And our first commoner game for a while, because it should also be mentioned, these are all commoner decks.
Yep.
So we might have been able to do this even better if we had access to the full library of cards. But,
Yeah, but
but
we're not
yeah.
scrubs.
Yeah, it's all about playing with common cards.
Anything above common is just used to pay for more common cards.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, and I mean, we didn't even really use any rare equipment either.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I have any. Oh, I have Arcane Lantern and Mantible Claws in the sideboard.
I did not, because
Because you didn't bring the Reaping Scythe in?
well, I didn't bring that in, and you told me not to have just one lantern, or
Oh, yeah, well, that would... I mean, you could do that. It would just be
could've.
crippling to your deck
Actually-
because you did kind of need the sword.
I used it once. I used it once.
Yeah, but it cracks Rune Chance.
True.
And a lot of your
still-
stuff makes Rune Chance.
I
And
still
if you
wish I
have
could
all that...
dual wield arcane lanterns, but offhand and all.
Make an Arcane Lantern Shiv, where it's a knife with an Arcane Lantern on it. Deals 1 damage, but has Arcane Barrier. But yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for more commoner content.
Yeah, leave some comments on
How
What-
good of a job we did.
no what kind of Halloween themed Flesh and Blood decks you would make.
Oh yeah. Like Azalea Brute or
Oh god, because that works.
or the Benji Weapon Master deck that we built not that long ago.
Well, does that really count though?
Kind of does. You're being a warrior, ninja.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. I did think about that, but I wanted to build a new deck for this.
It was the pre-Halloween deck.
Yeah. But yeah, let us know if you have any great ideas too. Maybe we'll try some of them out.
We'll see you later.